Why is there so many homeless people in Los Angeles? See, they like to say, oh, they're all drug addicts. They all got mental problems. And that's why they're the way they are. They just want to blame it all on them. They all abuse drugs. Because they all lie. They want to frickin' cover their tracks because they're a bunch of thieving, manipulating, corrupt, frickin' barbaric society that cares nothing for its citizens that work for hard years, that work all their life, and then it throws them out on the street and treats them like dirt and spits on them and kills them and denies them medical care. That's why you have so many homeless people, because you don't give a fuck about the people that spent years building your country. You just shit on them. You don't give a flying fuck about people. You're inhumane. You fucking torture your citizens. That's what they get for all those years of hard work. Because I can tell you straight up, because I worked for 20 years, I paid taxes into society. I was a responsible, full-time working individual. And then I got sick. I got Meniere's. I got freaking cancer. And the doctors lied. They said, oh, we can cure your cancer. We can take care of it. And then they wouldn't give me the best medical care. And they wouldn't take care of my cancer. And then I lost everything I had. And then they want to continue to deny your benefits. They want you to just frickin' die and go away. It's a true story. That's why there's a lot of homeless people. They worked hard for years. They were responsible. And then they just had everything stripped away from them by a bunch of lying, conning, manipulating doctors and insurance agents that lie and say they're covering medical procedures, and they don't cover medical procedures. And they deny you medical coverage and health care and access to health care. They don't care. They just want you to pay taxes for years and steal everything away from you. That's why you see all the homeless people. That's the real story. A lot of those people like me worked a steady job for years just to get spit on and manipulated and lied to when I need help or medical insurance, because I'm no longer working for that company and need medical insurance. And I was too sick to work because I was sick from chemo. I look like a patient from Auschwitz on chemo. Have you ever tried chemotherapy? You want to know what real torture is like? Try being on chemotherapy for a year. I've been on chemotherapy for a year and a half of my life. Try that. Most people give up and die. And then I get treated with racism. You're a whitey. You have everything. Well, guess fucking what? Guess what? I'm fucking part Native American. And I can prove it. So there. I was here before you. You freaking come over and steal, give people disease blankets, and you kill them. I know all about your history. And that's what you do for people. That's why you have all the frickin' homeless people. And then you send them off to war, to other countries, to meet other people and kill them. You send them overseas to meet other people and then kill them, to try to overthrow their democratic governments. Yeah. That's why you have all the homeless people. A lot of those people work for years, hard like me for 20 years, just to get stripped away, because they get cancer, they get sick, they lose everything they have, and then they're treated like dirt. They get beaten up and taken advantage of. They get lied to by the insurance companies. Because I've been lied to by the insurance companies. And they tell me they're going to cover something and they don't. And then they lie, and the doctors say they'll accept it, and then they change their minds and say they won't accept it. It's just a constant game. If you have the most expensive health care in the world, and you have the worst health care in the world, You have just a bunch of greedy doctors that care nothing for human life, that don't even know what the Hippocratic Oath really means, and don't even know how to practice Hippocratic medicine. Because if you practice Hippocratic medicine, part of Hippocrates, if you want to study your history, was to treat people through good food and good diet, was part of the medical treatment. Good diet in America is feeding you poison. They're feeding you GMOs. They're feeding you poison. It's one of the few countries in the whole world that's feeding you poison, will feed you toxic poison, and won't even let you know that you're eating it by having a label. Because the corrupt Congress will take money. That's all they care about is frickin' money. They don't care about the future or welfare of this nation. They're creating treason in a big way, on a large scale. And the housing crisis. They use our tax money to bail out the big banks because they make stupid financial decisions. And then you pay taxes into the Fed. The Federal Reserve is not a U.S. bank. It's a foreign investment bank. It's not a U.S. bank. That's why you have all the homeless people. They don't care. It's just like a big battleground. You see all these wounded homeless people, and they used to have lives, but they were denied health care access, denied fair housing that they can afford, affordable housing. That's why you have all the homeless people, because everything I just mentioned. And I know, because I've been denied health care. I had to go to another country to get health care to save my life. If I would have stayed in this country, I would have died. I wouldn't be making this video angrily screaming at the camera about the truth. I would be dead if I wouldn't have gone to another country that has socialized medicine to get health care. I'd be dead. When they treated me for cancer overseas, I had more cancer in my body than any patient they had ever seen. I had more cancer than I had white blood cells or red blood cells. My body was totally full of cancer, and they cured it. That didn't happen here in America. This is a true story. And if they want, they would take away my benefits. What I spent 20 years hard working. Give it to somebody that doesn't speak English, that's never paid taxes. Give it to somebody that has an anchor baby, that comes here and has a baby and takes all my tax money and all my medical and strips me from everything. And then put me out on the street, make me homeless. That's what they want to do. That's the barbaric society that the U.S. has become. Yeah, you want to take people's houses away. You lied to them like in the housing crisis. You had them take out double mortgages. You had idiot the idiot head of the Fed telling everybody to get double mortgages and triple mortgages and not tell them about interest rates and how their house would become too expensive for them to live in their own house. Then they lose their house, then it goes to the bank. Then you have so many houses that people can't afford to stay in. It turns into a big slum and it destroys a whole neighborhood and the whole part of the city. Then you won't let the homeless people stay in that. You'd rather have them be on the street. And you just hope that they'll go away and die. Like you hoped I would go away and die when you refused my medical treatment for my cancer. That's what you were hoping. That's what you want. You want us to pay taxes and work for years and go away and die when we need help. Because you're a sick, twisted, messed up system full of evil people. Then you let a bunch of foreign people in. You let them come over, suck off my tax money, suck off all the years of my money, and then you throw me out on the street. You won't give me medical treatment. You'll give them medical treatment. You'll give them a frickin' house. You'll give them a frickin' job. And you just want to take everything you can away from me. That's what you're about. And the doctors that lie, the medical clinics that lie, the insurance people that lie, the attorneys that frickin' lie, and the politicians that lie. Your whole society is just full of a bunch of lying snakes, a bunch of evil frickin' people, a bunch of evildoers. It's all you are. And you know that. Unless you're a psychopath, which a lot of you are. You're not even human. So that's why you have all the homeless people. It's not because they're all doped up on drugs or criminals or bad people. It's because you just frickin' stripped everything away from them, everything that they had to live for. You pulled the carpet out from under their feet. You stole their shoes. You stole their soul. You stole everything they have. You lied to them. Take from the poor and give to the rich. That's all you know. That's why you have all the homeless people. That's why they're there. You want to blame it. You want to mask it up. You try to make it look like something else than it is, and you won't address the problem for what it really is, and you won't tell the truth because you're a bunch of lying evildoers that took all that stuff and caused all that human wreckage. You're a bunch of lying evildoers. That's what you are. And I'm calling it for what it is, and I just explained to you why it is the way it is. You think that'll get on the mainstream? No, because they're part of the evildoers. The mainstream media is the part of evildoers that keeps propagating the lies, the lie machine, the propaganda, the fake lies. The people that cover up the biological weapons experiments that they do on people every day. The people that genetically alter, engineer the bed bugs that are biting all the people, that are spreading infectious diseases throughout our cities on purpose. That's why you have all the homeless people. That's why you have all the wreckage that you have. That's why you have all the homeless people, is everything I just mentioned, basically.